Looking at this image, we've been looking at it now for a number of minutes. In some ways, it reminds me of other times presidents have spoken overseas. I'm reminded of Ronald Reagan in June 6th of 1984, his famous "The Boys of Pointe du Hoc" speech. It really resonated on the 40th anniversary of D-Day. And when you write a speech like this that's meant to commemorate something so big and meaningful in history, how do you approach it?
Boy, I mean, there's just so many big themes. Again, Pete, this is just a celebration. I want it to be a celebration of who we are, again, as a country and the patriotism, how we came to be this great country and the willingness to come sacrifice. The point I would love Trump to make, and, you know, probably not today, but moving forward, we chose to be great. Greatness is a choice. And we chose to be great by, as Maria said, rule of law, you know, our self-governing constitutional republic, free markets leading to free people. Greatness is a choice. We choose to be great. We choose not to decline. And inspiring, hopefully, those listening, whether it's obviously the American people, but also the European people, to give them a vision for the future and say, there are big choices that we are confronting as countries, but also as a world moving forward. We have to be intentional about the choices that we're making. If we make the right choices, the future is going to be extremely bright for all of us. But, you know, Pete, I want him to emphasize, obviously, those patriotism and all those themes. I got to tell you, post this, I want him to go right at Merkel. I want him to go right at Macron and remind them they need to step up to the plate and challenge them. Are they really willing to put their money where their mouth is? And right now, I don't think they are.
Ned, you talked about the leadership here and going and approaching issues together. The Vice President, while President Trump is on his way to give this speech, Vice President Pence is off to Asia to represent President Trump at a number of conferences. As you said, making choices. How does the president's global agenda moving forward, working against China on a number of issues, tie into today?
Boy, I got to tell you, he's exactly right on this, Katie, in confronting China. China's been very open and honest. They intend to replace us as the center of economic power in the world. And they have been working on this on a whole wide variety of fronts, whether it's obviously on theft, intellectual property, outright theft. You know, I've been writing a lot about what they're doing with data in regards to Internet of Things platforms. He is absolutely right to confront them. And what we've done, and Maria made a really good point, and I want to emphasize this, not only did we come and save Europe militarily, we then helped bail out their economies by giving them trade deals that favored them. And what Trump is doing not only with Europe, but even with China is saying, no more. We're not in this post-World War II era anymore. We're now in the 21st century. We are going to play by new rules, and we are going to play by the rules that I lay out. You are going to accommodate our interests. And so Trump is completely right to be confronting China, because if we're not careful, we will regret not confronting them, and not in the distant future, but probably in the next 10 or 15 years. And so I hope that not only does he continue to confront them, but gets them to back down, because I'm afraid if they do not back down on some of these trade deals, what the future would look like, not only for us, but for them as well.
Well, you certainly think about the Marshall Plan as well in terms of investing in and rebuilding Europe after World War II, and not just important, a critical American priority and initiative. Daniel Hoffman, how does the president, though, with the America First approach that we've been talking about and that he's going to defend in the speech we expect, how do you balance that with the apprehension that some Europeans, like a President Macron, have that this president is going to focus only on American priorities?